Ready? Look at this is newspaper, international edition of the Hindu. What's the benefit of reading it? First of all, your English communication will increase. You'll have a lot of words in your mind. Your vocabulary will increase. Correct? So, how to start loving reading the newspapers? Suppose if you start reading from the first page, imagine you are a beginner, you don't know how to read. If you start from this first page, you may not understand. So, what you can do, directly go to the last page here. So, you can directly go to the last page, okay, and imagine last page. So you have an image, you don't know these people are, they have something in their hand. I don't know which sports they belong to. So now after this, you can just read what is this? The thrills and spills continue as tidal race roots towards climax. Okay, that's it. Enough. For day one, it's enough. Now you can just understand like who this person is, who this person is. Now here there is a name, Lando Norris. Then there is a name here, Max. Okay, so these are the two sportsmen uh, who are in the last page of the newspaper. If it's the day one of your newspaper, enough. This is enough. Okay. Suppose if you are a sports enthusiast, imagine you said that I like sports, I follow all sports, I like to watch or I like to play. So you can go little deeper. What is F1 car race? Okay, how many events are in F1 car race? All these things. Okay, now look at this. I don't know who this player is, especially in the girls. Okay, girls don't have inclination towards cricket, but now things may change. So now imagine a girl is reading this newspaper and she has to develop an interest of reading it. So what you can do, check this. Don't read this. Okay, forget about it. Don't read this. I don't know who this is. Now check this person and now it is written something. Jewels not included 12 boundaries and 4 maximum. Okay. So under image, you have this thing. Okay, enough for us. Okay, now look at this. Arman to replace include reference in SX squad. Now, what is SA? I don't know. South Africa. Okay, so don't get confused by South America. That's different. Okay, you can do this. Now, look at this. We have an Paralympian. She is the first Indian to get gold medal in archery. And I had met her in Bangalore. It was last few 6 months back. I met her in Bangalore in Shopping Mall. Okay, I'll show you the pictures in my Instagram thing also. So a very humble person. Her name is Shikal. She's from Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, she's the first person to win the gold medal in archery Paralympics. She created history. Next, Smriti, again, women's cricket team. Now look at this. Some people like to play football. Some people like to watch football or read something. You can see this and just read what is under it. That's it for the beginners. Okay, for the beginners. Now look at this. This is an image, and I'm reading the newspaper. Imagine I'm a student preparing for the UPSC examinations. So I have champion knock included 6 hits, 2 fence, and 7 maximum. 7 maximum means 7 sixes. Okay. Now look at this. New Zealand clinches a thriller. Levels series against West Indies. I read this. So as a student, what should you do? New Zealand is given, and they are telling another country is given. What is that? West Indies, New Zealand, and West Indies. Now, what you should do? Okay, in this, which team is West Indies? Which team is? I don't know. So what happens? You have to go and check. New Zealand team, black color. Okay, West Indies, there is maroon color. Okay, then give a shot towards a subject that is geography. Okay, the first thing, imagine you're reading this article. What should come in your mind is a subject, okay, is a subject that is geography. Now, what is the use of this? What is the use of any article you read, anything you hear or listen, see or something like that? What would be the first subject? Geography. Now, think what questions you can ask yourself from this image. New Zealand. Where is New Zealand? Go and check in map. If you don't have map, nowadays you have Google and all these things. Just check it. So first, then go and check where is West Indies. Then go and check what is the capital of New Zealand. Okay. Then go and check what is the capital of West Indies. You are doing 3 questions from one image. You understand? Then After geography, you can go to something like politics. Okay, politics means like you can see, okay, who's the president of New Zealand? What is the political scenario there? Are they communist country? Are they democratic country? Okay, what is happening there? Is there any India and New Zealand friendship, or is it India or West Indies friendship is there? Okay, check like that. So geography, politics, then come to history. Okay, now look at this. The capital of New Zealand is Wellington. What is that? Wellington. And in Tamil Nadu, there is a place called as Wellington in Ooty. You might have heard Udagamandala Ooty. So there you have a place called as Wellington. Now both Wellington is same. Now who is this Wellington? You might have heard a king called as Tipu Sultan. So Britishers were ruling India, and they realized that it was very easy to defeat Sirajuddaula. It was easy to handle some other kings. But down south in Karnataka, there is a king called as Tipu Sultan, Hyder Ali Tipu Sultan. It's very difficult to win against them. So the British people they called a person who was in New Zealand that time. His name is Wellington. So he was given a charge to attack this guy and come back here. So that's why when this guy came here, there was an Anglo-Mysore war, and ultimately the Britishers won when Tipu Sultan died in the fourth Mysore war. And unfortunately, at present, the government has removed the chapter of Tipu Sultan from the textbook, and the next generation students will not even know the battle has taken place or the importance of the Wellington name and all. So, as a defense aspirant, uh, once in a life you have to go to Wellington because there Maniksha's museum, General Sham Maniksha's. So, a lot of images and memories are kept there. Okay? So, this is how the questions you have to give a direction history, what is important between India and New Zealand, India and West Indies. Then you think from the economic perspective. Lot of Indians, okay, after 12th standard or after second PUC, what they do, they start pursuing nursing, BSc nursing. So after doing BSc nursing, they start going to countries like Australia and New Zealand. So if you see in Canada, we have Punjabis. In Australia and New Zealand, we have a lot of South Indians. Okay, Dubai and all this the Western Muslim regions of the Arab countries, we have Malayalis and Tamils settling up there. Okay, so like that you have to think. So any topic you take, I just give an example of this. Any topic you take, you have to give an direction like that. You got it? Okay. Now next moving forward. Okay, next moving forward. So this is all cricket. Now this image, this person, everyone should know because he was the coach for the Indian women's cricket team. Okay, so now look at that. Imagine I don't know who this. I'm for the first time reading newspaper. I have never come to the current affairs section. So here there is a gentleman who's looking at the just okay. So what if you read Praganandan one okay a tiebreaker or something? So who is this guy? Go back and start reading this Chess World Cup. What is given here? Chess World Cup. So for the first time, you can just remind your mind that Praganandan belongs to which game? Chess game. In your exam, they will ask the question like Smriti Mandana, okay, belongs to which game? Okay, समझ में आया? So like that you have to recall. Okay, then football, cricket, all these things are there. Okay, next, the world. Look at this. So Donald Trump becomes the first person to use AI, and he's attacking his opponent using these images and all. Okay, now look at this. There is a image of turning point. So when I open the newspaper, the eyes will go towards the images. So it's nothing wrong. Read what is down under it. Finish. Your half job is done. Start asking your mind whether you want to read this article or not. If your mind says yes, you read it. If not, you leave it. It's nothing wrong. Okay, now look at this. When I look at this image, I saw something is burning. So I thought, okay, some country, it looks like island or some dangerous thing. So when I read down here, rainforest in Amazon. Okay, so now look at this. They have given here Amazon state, Brazil. What is the country here? Brazil. So the moment you see this image, you're reading it, the first subject should be geography. Now you should think, where is Brazil? Brazil is in South America. Now you should think, okay, Brazil in South America, what is the capital? Brasilia is the capital. Yesterday we had seen an editorial column, the president of Brazil, Lula da Silva, was talking about the 30, right? That is what change event. Every day the same thing keeps coming in, little bit changes. Okay. So now look at this forest fires, 18%, something they have given. Okay, now let us try to have a practice. Okay, let us have a practice from the geography section. Okay, I'm talking about I read a country that is Brazil. So the first question comes in my mind, where is Brazil? It is in South America. The second question comes in my mind, what is the capital? Okay, now the third, like we have India. I will compare India and Brazil. Is it bigger than India or it is smaller than India? Okay, so I will start checking. India ranks seventh in the world. Okay, so what is the rank of Brazil? Go and check it. You can find it. Then in India, you have a beach in China, in Chennai, that is Marina. What is that? Marina is the second largest beach in the world. So what is the first largest beach? So when you go to Brazil, you have a place called as Rio de Janeiro. What is that? Rio de Janeiro. So in Rio de Janeiro, we have the world's lengthiest beach. Okay. So this is one thing. Okay. Then after that, you can compare India and Brazil. Then rivers. Amazon River is flowing. Okay. Now imagine you are using an app, an online store that is Flipkart, Amazon. You are using it. Okay. So Amazon, when you hear this, okay, Amazon is an online retail, company. So what about this Amazon? Amazon, second largest river in the world. The first river is Nile. That's it. Your geography is recalling. Okay, you're revising. Then go to history. Okay, go to history. So what is the story behind? Okay, Brazil history. What is the is it democracy or something like that? Okay, then the next is polity. Okay, now in polity, you have to remember we have something called as BRICS. What is BRICS? Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Okay, so Brazil and India is there. That means it's very important. Okay, so G20 meeting, Brazil is going. They conducted last time. Okay, so next time where it will be conducted. In this way, you have to read it. So a small image. Okay, look at this. A small image here. This is also important forest fire. Okay, which will help you in understanding in writing stories in SSB, etc. Next, look at this. We have Sudan. So when it comes to Sudan, okay, as a student, as a defense aspirant, many things will run in my mind. So I give you a practice. The first subject should come in your mind, that is geography. So where is Sudan? I will check. So it is in Africa. It is in Africa. Next question should come in my mind. What is the capital? Sudan capital, Khartoum. There are two Sudan. One is South Sudan, another is North Sudan. So this is happening in North Sudan. Okay, so North Sudan is Khartoum and South Sudan is Juba. Like this capital. Next, as a defense aspirant, students, those who are trying for NDA examinations. Okay, so when you go for NDA, there is a building. Okay, there is a building. That building is called as Sudan building. What is that building? So imagine I'm typing here Sudan building. Just a minute. Building spelling BUIL. Okay, I'm typing. So I go to images, NDA. Okay, have you seen this building? Yes, have you seen this building? Okay, so remember one thing. Those who want to get into NDA, become officers. Okay, I can see many people hard, whether it is online or offline. When I show this image, you should get goosebumps. When you're sleeping at night, you should have this building running in your mind. This building should come in your dream, and you should think that, yeah, I've seen a video that some people are going in cycle. I have seen some videos, some people are taking guns, and their rifles, and they're running on that road, and I have seen this building. I should be in that place. I should be in that place. I should be in this building. I had seen some documentary. You should visualize. You should visualize yourself in this building. Then only you crack NDA. Otherwise, you can crack the written examination, you can crack the SSB interview, but reaching here, maybe you may miss it. So I told you this, this is the power of mind, power of subconscious mind. Keep telling that yes, it's fine, I will get it, I will do it. Have a positive thinking process. The brain image it will keep this is image. That's it. Take this image, keep processing it, keep processing it. Tell your mind, yes, this is the building I'm going to go. Okay, this is the building I'm going to go. Keep processing it. One day, your mind, your body completely will be there. You understand? So this is This is the automatic thing you should do. So you might have seen this building. Now, why this building is called as Sudan Block? This building name is called as Sudan Block. Okay, now look at this. During after the Second World War, what happened? The Indian Army, they helped the Sudan. Sudan is a country in Africa, so we helped those countries to come up with some good strategy. The country we saved those people there. So that Sudan country, they told that okay, as a gift, I will build this block for you. So they built this block. That's the reason we are naming it as a Sudan. You understand? Okay. Next, as if I talk about the biology, in science we have subject called as biology, so environmental science. Maybe this animals we may not know now because that animal has died long back. So there was a rhino, rhinoceros, rhinoceros. So there was a rhinoceros whose name is Sudan, whose name is Sudan, and that rhinoceros was given protection with 10 commandos of his wisdom. So that that rhino went, the commandos used to follow that, and they used to give protection. Now why? Because that was the last white rhino. That was the last white rhino. You have seen rhinoceros. So this was a special rhinoceros which was little different in color. Okay. So the commandos started giving protections so that this animal should not be killed by anyone. So we have a word called as poaching. 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 Poaching means some animals are known for something. For example, recently we have a actor who got Dada Saif Phalke Award. He's Mohanlal. He's also a military officer, and he got Dada Saif Phalke Award now. And recently he's stuck up with the case with the tusk, elephant's tusk, you know that, right? So he's in that case. So what happens? Elephants are killed, they are poached. Poached means for some body parts, for the teeth. Tigers are killed for the nails. Okay, skin, their nails, their teeth, okay, their claws, okay, something like that. So every animal's like that. So when it comes to rhinoceros, the horns, they are killed for their horns. What they do? What exactly they do? Just let you know. In science, I was taking a chapter called as acids, bases, and salts. In acid, we have seen three acids: H2SO4, sulfuric acid, HCl, hydrochloric acid, NO3, nitric acid. The most dangerous is sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid, H2SO4. So if you take sulfuric acid, pour on your skin, what happens? The skin starts burning, everything will be burned away. So what the people, the poachers, you can say the person who kill the animals, what they do, they hide some place when the animal is approaching. They explosive or they have gun or something like that. Poison, they feed the animal with poison. And once the animal is dead, they come with the acid and they pour on the body part. So imagine elephant tusk is there. Near the face, they'll pour acid so that the skin will get burned away. Then take a saw, they will cut it and they will teeth. Okay. So this elephant tusk, you can say, actually it is a teeth. We have two teeth, right? So the teeth is the back of the elephant. Okay. So now this is only for the sake of the tusk. The whole animal is being created. This is called as poaching. In order to stop it, there are a lot of activities by the different governments. Okay. So here in Sudan, actually Sudan is a rhinoceros. It was in I think India. I'll just show you that. Hmm. I don't know. Okay, so it died long back. Okay, so this was the rhinoceros. We can see the commandos always, right. Okay, so see, we showed you one Sudan. We have different kind of students here. Some students are they want to go with defense. The moment I say Sudan, according to you, they will say, sir, it's a building. NDA building is called as what? Sudan block. Because you are defense lover, so you will relate it to defense. Imagine I have a student who is doing biology and he wants to try for some services. So what he will say, sir, I have heard a news of Sudan, a rhinoceros. Okay, and it was, I think it was in Kenya. Okay, this animal was in Kenya. Okay, but the name given is Sudan. You got it? So this is one thing. Okay, it died 2 years back. It died. So these are the things that you should remember. Okay, next, when I was talking about poaching, you should remember in Africa there is a country which is named after the tusk. You know, tusk means what? The elephant's that white teeth is called as tusk. So in Africa there is a country which is named after it, that is called as Ivory Coast. What is that? Ivory Coast. Okay, now it is first it was called as Cote d'Ivory, but now it is called as Ivory Coast because in that country there are a lot of elephants. And if you compare Asian elephants and African elephants are very huge. They are gigantic in size and their tusks very long. So it is in high demand. So what happens in Ivory Coast? The animals were killed and the ivory were see. The moment I put IV, what is coming here? Ivory Coast. Okay, Ivory Coast is coming here. So now this is the only country in Africa which is named after. See, look at. Can you see? Can you see this elephant? So the tusk is being smuggled here. So this is how it is. And every year the government, see, we can see the poachers here. Can you see this people here? Yeah, they will kill such a big elephant. They will kill, and only for this tusk, they will kill a big elephant. Okay, and this tusk will be sold in different parts of the world. Okay, and imagine if I talk about the Indian currency, this one person will get 500 rupees. This other guy will get 500 rupees. But the tusk, the international market will be sold in some crores. And now this kind of tusk will be found in something celebrity house. And even they don't know how it is. They may fool middlemen. We have through certificate permission, those things, and by they get food. Now, once upon a time, even in India, it was very common. If you go to Hyderabad, in Hyderabad, there is a museum called the Safdarzan Museum. There was a Nizam. You might have heard Nizam of Hyderabad. So there was one Nizam, his name is Safdarzan. So there is a museum on his name, and it requires almost half day to go and roam around that museum. So you go there, you have this kind of ivory designs. The elephant tusk, that is ivory, is taken, and there some designs are made, and the kings used to love it. If you go to Mysore Maharaja Palace, Mysore Palace, you can see a chair which is having the elephant's tusk. Okay, so look at this. Mysore Palace. If this image is there, we'll be lucky. Okay, can you, yeah, look at this. Here, you can see two tusks here. So this was from an elephant. Now, if the king wants this, that means the elephant was killed. Correct. So this is what is believed. And now they say no, it was not killed, it was a natural death. Oh, they have taken from it. So things are different. So the demand was too much. Okay, the demand for the animals. See, look at this. The demand for the animals part, like tusk or on or the claws, okay, or the teeth, it's too much. Okay, so deers, you might have heard deer, an animal where kasturi is a thing, right? So kasturi is very, demand in the this market, poaching market. So look at this. We came from Sudan, we go to India block, we go to the poaching, and now again coming back. What is exactly happening here? Okay, let me explain in short time, in few words. Imagine in India we have Indian Army, and in here we have border security force, that is paramilitary. Okay, so those who don't know, okay, what is this paramilitary? First of all, paramilitary was not a idea for the government of India. When India became independent, the first Prime Minister of India was Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was having a cordial relation. So I am using the word cordial. Cordial means friendly relation. If you don't know this word, write down synonyms and antonyms. It will help you in the English exams. Cordial means friendly relation. So I cordially invite you for my birthday. We cordially invite you for the function, annual function, sports day, something like that. Cordial. Prime Minister Nehru wanted to have a cordial relation with all the neighboring countries and European and American. That was when the Cold War was going on. And we started something called as NAM, that is called as non-alignment movement. Okay, that is called as what? Non-alignment movement. Now what? Uh, at the same time, nationally we had something known as United Nations Security Council. So in United Nations Security Council, every country was given a country to be having a permanent seat. So it decided to nominate, let us say, China to be the permanent seat, and China to decide. China to select India to be the permanent seat. But unfortunately, what the China they beat us, they backstabbed us. They did not select India as the permanent seat, and they showed their true face in 1961. There was a war. It was a fight between India and China. So that time, what happened? Imagine India. Okay, so here we have a country called Pakistan, and here we have a country called as China. Geography question. This was asked in UPSC recently. What is the border line between Pakistan and India? This is called as Rat line. Rat. Okay, so those who know for the first time, if you're listening it, you can write down. And what is the border line between India and China? So this border line is Mac Okay, this is Mac line. Okay, now. Okay, so it was in this is so at that time Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, he was of the opinion that he was of the opinion that in India we should not give too much importance to the armed forces. Okay, so we have order of precedence. Okay, we will talk about order of precedence. Okay, president. So what does it mean? For example, if I ask you, first citizen of India, the first citizen of India is president of India. Okay, then second is vice president. Like that, rank. So in this ranking, we have general of the Indian Army, the chiefs of the army. They come beyond 20. Far. So people said, ask, why are you the armed forces people so far? Why we are investing money, budget, machines or some battlefield or something like that. So Nehru thought that we are in a democratic country. We should not give too much power to forces. Otherwise, we may see military coup. We may see military coup. Now, what is coup? Coup means some countries where the armed forces. Now, imagine in Pakistan, we have a person who is Parvez Musharraf. So the army of that country will take control of the government. So in Myanmar, what is happening? Junta, okay, they are taking control of the government. So Prime Minister Nehru, he didn't want this situation to go come into Indian democracy. So in emergency chapter, quality emergency chapter, we have seen there are three types of emergency. National emergency, Article 352. So in 352, there are two types of emergency: internal disturbance and external aggression. Yeah, and then internal disturbance into armed rebellion. So that type of situation does not arise. Was the idea of Rawal and Nehru. Okay. So now look at this. All of a sudden, okay, this is happened. Then we realized, oh, we have something. So at that time, we had only army. But then the government decided we will start doing something paramilitary. So what is this paramilitary? Paramilitary is under home ministry. It comes under home ministry. Now, people, those who are trying in NDA, that is National Defense Academy, you will get selected into Army, Navy, and Air Force. It comes under Defense Ministry. NDA comes under which ministry? Defense Ministry. Those who are trying CDS, Combined Defense Service, we have OTA, Officer Training Academy, IMA, AFA. This also comes under Defense Ministry. Okay. Now we have other forces like Border Security Force, Central Reserve Police Force, Central Industry Security Force, Indo-Tibetan Border Police Force, Sashastra Seema Bal, Rapid Action Force, Assam Rifles. All these things are coming under Home Ministry. It comes under which ministry? Home Ministry. Do you understand? So there is a different order of command. Home Ministry is headed by the Home Minister. Defense Ministry headed by the Defense Minister. There are two different ministries and they will be ordered separate. So now look at it. For example, I told you yesterday there is elections happening in Bihar. So whenever there is elections happening, the paramilitary forces will go and take the control of it. Okay. What is now everything has a different duty. Now after formation of paramilitary, border security force duty is to give protection in Pakistan borders. Which border? Now when I say Pakistan border, people think that okay, it is only in this region. No, it's not. We have Bangladesh, which was called as East Pakistan. Bangladesh was formerly called as East Pakistan, and at present Pakistan, the present we have Islamabad as the capital, that is called as the West Pakistan. In 1971, it was separated. Okay, we'll talk about that in the relevant topic class. So we have Pakistan and we have West Pakistan. You got the point here? Okay, so Pakistan borders. Okay, the border between India and Pakistan 3,000 kilometer. Who is going to give protection? Border security force. So think and go for the job. Okay, you want to be to the armed forces. You like the uniform, the guns. But people get confused about by looking at the uniform. Imagine you go to airport. You can see some people with camouflage that military uniform. You think that army. Everything is for okay. We have BSF, we have CRPF, we have commandos in different things. Okay, like that. Now, Central Reserve Police Force. Now, these forces are in regions like Naxalites. And day by day, see, the Home Ministry, Mr. Amit Shah, the present Home Minister, and the government within this 2025, or maximum we can say the next months, the Naxalites should be eliminated. That means the problem of Naxalites should be solved. And day by day, there are a lot of people who are surrendering. Okay, today's news, let's talk about that in few minutes. 17 lakh rupees was, I know there was a lady who was getting an award of 17 lakhs. She surrendered. Yesterday, a 14-year-old Maoist, 14-year-old girl, okay, yeah, she surrendered who had 14 lakhs on her head. She was given 39 lakhs and she joined the democracy of India. That means she will come into the mainstream. Okay, so look at this. So CRPF are into the Naxalite regions. Okay, so what is Naxalism? That's a different story. So CRPF, they have their own, what is it, special forces. So when we come into Indian Army, we have para commandos. Yes or no? We have Ghatak commandos. So these are all commandos. Commandos matlab specially trained individuals. They are highly skilled in war. They can eliminate the terrorists. They can go for some counter-insurgency operation. Okay, then we have NSG. Have you heard NSG? What is NSG? National National Security Guards. Now these guys they come under Home Ministry. Just try to understand. Now who are these NSG? The best people in Army, Navy, Air Force, or CRPF, BSF. The best doing physically and all those things. They will be chosen in NSG. So you at present you don't have infantry in NSG. So these guys are called as black cats. Okay, black cats. So in 2008, when this Ajmal Kasab incident in Bombay, you might have come across a person called as Major Sandeep Krishna. So he was black cat commando. So he laid down his life in Taj Hotel. Correct? So remember that. So he was a black cat commando from NSG, not from army, though his rank is major. Okay, so he was reported there. So CRPF has a special forces called as Cobra. What is that? Cobra. Okay, Indian Air Force has a special forces called as Garud Commandos. Indian Navy has Marcos. Indian Navy has Marcos. So like that, everything is special forces. Now you need to think, okay, which region have to go. It depends on individual to individual. It's not compulsory to go and become a para commander to become an efficient soldier. You can think that yeah, I'm technically strong, so I will make the Indian army technically strong. Okay, like for example, drone attacks or something like that. You can make the armed forces strong and smart. Okay, so these are the things that you should remember. That we are CISS, Central Industrial Security Forces. Okay, so remember, in India we have two types of companies: Maharatnas, Navaratnas. Okay, Nava means nine. Navaratnas. Navaratna, you might have heard. That means nine. And 10th for Tera. That is right. In the same way, Navaratna is jewels. You know, in Akbar's court, we had nine jewels. We have Birbal, Tansin, Abu Fazal Ali, Raja Todarmal, Birbal. With that, we have nine jewels. In Indian economy, we had nine important companies which will have a lot of profit. 25,000 crore every 3 years, they have so much profit. So, if that company is efficient, our economy grows. Now, we have to give protection for those companies. For example, in private, if I talk about, we have company like Infosys. You might have heard in Infosys in Bangalore. If you go to electronics and you see the Infosys division, you can see a jeep just going around. There are commandos with AMG, LMG. Okay, LMG means light machine gun. They are with light machine gun. If you try to tell that compound, you will be shot. They will not ask you who you are, and it is written there. Okay, trespassers will be shot. Trespassers means the person who is crossing the boundary. Trespassers will be shot. If found alive, will be shot again. Okay, so that is the duty of CIS to give protection to some industries. Okay, like so now in industry you can say the airport also comes into that. Ship industries, okay, that also comes into that. Then ITBP, T means Tibet. So between India and Tibet, that is Nepal and all those regions, we need to give protection. So we have ITBP. Shasastra Seema Bal. Remember, uh, few girls they asked me questions, sir. Long back. It's not recently. Long back they asked me. Nowadays things have changed. Long back, one girl she came and she was physically fit. She had I don't know where she got the motivation. She told like, I want to take guns. I want to take grenade. I want to attack the enemy and fight. So tell me some jobs like that. I want to join Indian Army. So I don't see those at that time when she asked the question, it was long years, 6 to 7 years back. Okay, so I know that during that time there is no such role for the women in Indian Army at that time. So Indian Army has not recruited any woman into combat role. Combat role, matlab, like taking guns and going for a mission, or using that. So if you really want to go for combat role, you have to go for the Shasastra Simhabal, where the women are getting rifle and they can fight. Okay, so that was the situation 6 to 7 years back. But today things have changed. The Supreme Court's decision, women are getting permanent commission, so now they are trying for the commandos also, para commandos, and few women are successfully getting the badge of commandos. Okay, so this is what it is. So nowadays, Shasastra Simhabal, it is also in this region, in Indian region. Rapid action force during election, they try to maintain the discipline, that is law and action. Assam rifle is the most important thing. Okay. So many of them they don't know who is this, like what these guys do, Assam rifles they do. So imagine this is India here, the northeastern region. Okay. Imagine this is India here. So Assam is here in the northeastern region. So Assam is always having threat from the Chinese. Okay, so Chinese people are maybe they may attack, and here there is a small state called as Sikkim. Okay, the Sikkim capital is Gangtok, and this is called chicken neck. This is called as what? Chicken's neck. Look at the map. It looks like chicken's neck. If this region is gone, Tawang and all this region is gone, that means complete north will be under the control of Chinese. So we call sisters Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Tripura, Nagaland, Assam. Okay, Arunachal Pradesh. So like this, we have 7 sisters. Now in Assam, what happened? There was a dynasty called as Ahom dynasty. Dynasty was the ruled kings. Okay, Ahom dynasty. After that, when India became independent, Assam started becoming part of the Indian freedom struggle. But there are a lot of tribes in Assam. Like what is happening in Manipur, Cookies and Metis. You might have heard that. Cookies and Metis, two tribes are fighting with each other for the status, attacking each other because central government did not give the status to one group. So in the same way, home is in Assam, there are many tribes and they often fight with each other. The central government they don't know how to handle these tribal people. Okay, they don't want to be in the mainstream. They don't want to be in Assam. They want to be completely independent and be, manage their own affairs. In order to make them happen, we have Schedule number 5, that is the definition of tribal areas. But still, this was not sufficient. Government with an idea of Schedule 6 that we have administration of tribal areas, places like Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, and Tripura. Long back, I was asked in your exam, UPSC exam, which of the following state, which of the following state does not come under Schedule number 6? Does not come under Schedule number 6. They have given Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland. What is the answer? None. Okay. Now see, it is easy for you to the answer because I have mentioned this. Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, and Tripura. What? Imagine you are in a exam hall sitting and writing that question. What will come in your mind? Oh, Nagaland. I have Nagaland is identity. It is a for some reason. So maybe Nagaland is their schedule number 6. So you will leave this Nagaland You'll put Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, and gone. So what is this exam all about? If you don't know the answer, do not attempt. That is the mistake people are doing. You think that I know, you think that maybe, and you put option B, and it goes a negative. So if you are in the situation of maybe, do not. If you don't know, be happy because if you don't know, others also don't know. Provided you have studied. If you study day and night, 4 months, 6 months, 7 months, you're preparing one attempt, two attempt. Okay, you're sitting in exam hall. You have read so many things, prepared thoroughly. You're going in exam hall, you don't know that question. Relax. Be happy. Because if you don't know, others will also do. Your friend is coming out of the exam hall and he's telling that, hey, that was so easy question paper. That was so easy. You don't know this answer. I am going to clear it. You tell him that you will because it's overconfidence. You come out of the exam hall with lot of stuff in your mind. Oh God, this question I don't know whether it is right or wrong. Last time I did this, last time I did that. It is not letting you sleep properly. That is the time when you crack the exam. Look at this. So these are the places which is correct under section number 6. Now we have places like Bodoland. Okay, Bodoland. We have places like Kaki and Long. Okay, Kirby and Long. समझ में? So these places, okay, these places are there in Assam and they are specially protected under schedule number 6 because there is violence. Okay, so these things are going on and now when there was violence here in Assam by different tribes, like, once upon a time there was a terrorist organization called as ULFA, ULFA. Nowadays you don't know it because uh, this ULFA stopped working when you were born. When we were into preparation of these exams and all, that time every day newspapers will carry that ULFA terrorist, so many people, okay, a lot of violence. If I ask my parents that I have a dream to visit Northeast, I want to ask my Nagaland to visit those places, I'm an adventure person. My parents will say, okay, then death is sure. Okay, because that was the level of violence. UNRWA stands for United Federation of Assam. A home actually. And it is a student organization. A lot of things happened here. Slowly, the UNRWA has surrendered. They laid down the weapons. They joined the government, and now the problem is solved. So in Assam nowadays, we don't have a problem. Okay. Next, we have something from the armed news. We have Armed Force Special Power Act (AFSPA). So this could be a hot topic in lecturate or in group discussion. Should we have AFSPA, that is Armed Force Special Power Act in Jammu Kashmir, Manipur, and all these places? Yes or no? Discuss. So you'll have to discuss on it. So before that, you should know what is this act. Okay. So this is topic today's topic. Try to discuss. Look at this. Now we have I was discussing about Assam rifles. Yes or no? Assam rifles. Now what is the beauty of Assam rifles? Assam rifles used to fight against Ulfa. They used to fight against terrorists, the tribes, those who were attacking the common people, or they were interested to the government's development. So Assam rifles is called as the friends of people or hills friends. Some Kachar something will come and just clarify. So this Assam rifle is coming under the home ministry. So some of the students are trying for SSGD, right? Right. So they have ESF, CRPA, right, EVP, like that. You have Assam rifles also. Now, when I talk about Assam, which animal comes in your mind? When I talk about Assam, which animal comes in your mind? Just now I talked about Sudan. Yeah. So what is Sudan? Sudan is a rhinoceros. Okay, so I'll give you a clue. That means in Assam, which animal is famous? Rhinoceros is famous. Single horn rhinoceros or double horn rhinoceros? Single horn rhinoceros. Which national park? Kaziranga National Park. So this is some information that you have. You know that Assam is famous for rhinoceros. You know that we have Kaziranga National Park, and from defense perspective, rifles is there. Now in the exam, they will ask, imagine they ask a question, which among the following is the logo symbol of Assam rifle? There are questions like this. Which among the following is logo or symbol of the Assam rifle? The first one is fish, the second one is crocodile, third one is rhino, fourth one is elephant. What will be the answer? Rhino. Why rhino? Because it is from Assam. If I talk about Gujarat, we will be having Lion, because deer forest is there. If I talk about Karnataka, what we have? Elephants. You understand? So, like this, you should be smart in it. Okay, now, why did I tell you about the army, paramilitary, and all those things? So, look at this. In Sudan, we have the army and the paramilitary. Do you understand? Defense Ministry and Home Ministry. Both of them have guns. Not only BSF, they have guns. Correct? BSF, they have weapons. CRPF, BSF, they have guns. They are also having paracommandos. I told you, Cobra, okay, is a CRPF special forces. Like that, in Sudan, what happened? There was a person called as Omar al-Bashir, a president. After his decline, what happens? The armed forces wanted to take the control of that country. Okay, and then there was a fight between the army of Sudan and the paramilitary of Sudan. So they both started fighting with each other. In this fight, common people are dying, and this is what is the story happening here. So if you are the seat of imagine SSB today or okay some other interview of events or something like that, you will be asked a question like what's happening in Sudan. You understand? Okay. You can put this question in WhatsApp and you'll clarify it. Okay. So now look at it. Dhaka, capital. Okay. These are all international news. Next, business. Most of the time you can just skip this page. You can save your time because not much is important. So we have the finance minister here. Text and context. Hmm. Now we come to editorial. Okay. So this is the daily exercise. So students also want to crack and become officer, start developing a habit of reading this editorial column, and I prefer the Hindu because it's not like commercialized. There is not much commercialization, and the language used here is very good. The language used here in this newspaper is very good. You can understand a little bit. Okay, for beginners, you may find it difficult. You may not understand some words, but slowly when you become a reader, you start, liking this article. Now look at this. This is the first paragraph, and this is the second paragraph. Imagine we have 30 days in a month, so you will read 30 paragraphs. Okay, so imagine you're reading this newspaper for 120 days, so you will read 120 paragraphs, 120 passage you can say. Now, after reading 120 passages, when you are in your exams like OTA, Officer Training Academy, English paper is a very crucial paper for the girls. Okay, so there you will have 5 to 6 or 10 passages. You have to read 10 passages, and the questions are completely different. What is the thing here? Our English teacher in our school days will teach English in a different way, like dear students, how to attend comprehension passages. Do not read the passage. The shortcuts. Do not read the passage. Read the question and after reading the question, underline a word. If there is a word because, search here what is because. Is there any word because? If that because word is there, that is the answer. Yes or no? That is the way our English teacher taught. Now you become an officer. Okay. Now the exam UPSC questions will be that after reading the whole passage, they will ask you a question. Okay. Write in short or tell in short what the author wants to convey. What author wants to convey? You tell that in short. Which means now what author wants to convey, you will start from beginning. Author wants to convey. Nothing will be there. So what is required here? Are you a smart, well-read person? If yes, you read it at one go, understand what is there in this, and start answering the questions. So that requires practice. 120 days, if you read this, imagine 120 passage you have done. You're sitting in the exam hall, there will be 10 passages. It is easy to write, easy to attend it. Next, the grammatical mistakes, what we say, this prepositions, articles, conjunctions, that also can become with the practice. Okay, so I have seen students they prepare English like mathematics. Okay, so is there any formula to remember adjective? Okay, the teacher is like this. Noun plus have will become something. Correct? Plus minus. It's a language. From language, where you got plus and minus. Plus minus multiplication. Can I say noun to the power of pronoun is verb? Noun to the power of pronoun is verb. You can't say like that. It is all about practice. The more you practice, the better English will be. Idioms and phrases, everything will be okay done here itself. You got the point? Okay, and one thing I'll tell you, when you read the sports section of the Hindu, the headlines itself will have a lot of idioms and phrases. For example, hanging on sport. Okay, like that many idioms and phrases will come. Today I didn't see any idioms and phrases in the sports section. Look at this. The most important and interesting article is about the surrogacy law. And maybe tomorrow there will be an article about these stray dogs. The Supreme Court has given a judgment that the stray dog should not be on the streets or the public places because it is creating a lot of problems. A lot of children and people are dying due to rabies, right? So now those dogs will be taken into some shelter homes. So what is happening now? Look at the quality how it is working. The Supreme Court has given an order. A case is going on. The dog owners they are telling that I have to protect the dogs, do not harm them. But the person who has lost their loved one or the affected person, the victim of the dog bites, they are telling that dog bites are creating nuisance. It's a big problem in India. So now the Court gave a judgment. Street dogs should not be in that region. We have to catch them and put it in the shelter homes. They have given the judgment. Immediately from today, tomorrow, what will happen? The municipality, okay, they will start working on it because we have see this is polity, little bit of polity we have three pillars of the Indian democracy. What is that? Three pillars: executive, legislative, and judiciary. Executive, legislative, and judiciary. Judiciary is nothing but the highest post is Supreme Court. So now executive means the government officials, okay, like IAS, IPS, even Army, Navy, Air Force people are executive. They will work. They will work, and the government will work, function. Legislative means the person who make law. So in Indian Parliament, people make law. So who are there in Parliament? Member of Parliament, MPs are there. In state, who will make laws? MLA, member of legislative assemblies. They will make laws. So their duty is to make law and implement. Whose duty? Executive duty. You understand? And to tell whether this law is correct, whether these persons are doing correct job, whose is duty? Whose duty is that? Judicial. Now Supreme Court has told that okay, on tomorrow street dogs should be shifted to the shelter home. Now that it will become a big challenge to the executives. If they don't do it, Supreme Court can take action on them. That means district magistrate will have to go to the court. Okay, we have here in Bangalore what is BBMP, Bruhat Bangalore Mahanagar Palike, right? So if the BBMP does not catch the dogs, if there is a dog bite case, the BBMP commissioner should go to the court. So now what the commissioner will do? Okay, Supreme Court has given the judgment. Hello, from tomorrow I will start the action. So now from tomorrow you can tell all your friends to be at home. Okay, because there will be vehicles on the road catching dogs. Do you understand? So now this is what is the power of the judgment. If you don't listen to it, that means you are defying the order. That means it is contempt of court. Okay, it is contempt of court. So this is one. Actually, maybe tomorrow's article we may come across this. Let us talk about the today's act here. We have an act called as surrogacy law. Okay, so what is the meaning of surrogacy? We have few actors like uh, yeah, Nayandara. So Nayandara is an actor who got married and she has twins, I think, right? So if you see, you have never heard about, you have never seen a picture of her being pregnant. Okay, like you might have seen an image of Katrina Kaif being pregnant, right? So now, what is this surrogacy? Now, sometimes some women, okay, they may not have blessings, or the body may not have the capacity or the ovum. Okay, the ovum, they may not be so developed that they may give birth to a healthy child. So what happens in those cases? They may have a kind of thing called as in vitro fertilization, IVF. It's in biology. So we have something called as test tube baby. But what is that? Test tube baby. Test tube baby means don't think like this is a test tube and baby will be inside this and one day the test tube will burst and the baby will come out. It's not like that. What happens? We have male and we have female. We have father, we have mother, we have paternal. Father matlab paternal, M mother matlab maternal. So from this paternal we will take a sperm and from maternal we'll take an ovum. and this sperm and ovum will be okay. Like here in test tube, they will be processing it. So there is a process like after some days, the sperm, one of the sperm will go and just get this ovum and the reproduction process will start. At that time, that that egg, you can say, will be taken and put it into a third mother. Now, what is that? Let us try to understand first. Okay, this is the female reproductive organ. Okay, so this is like this. So this is ovary. So how many ovary a woman has? We have. Okay, so some of the students, I'm like my students itself, they have written one in exam. Okay, and that too she was a girl. Why ने लिखा तो था ना, but girl ने भी लिखा है. अभी मालूम नहीं किसका ovary लिखा. Okay, look at this. So this is two ovary. Now what happens? The egg which is fertilized. Okay. Now that egg will be inserted here, and the ovary will take care of this egg, the food and everything. Okay. There are trimester. Every 3 months the cycle will be there. Okay. So this is the first trimester, second trimester, third trimester. For total 6 months. After 6 months, the baby is fully grown. Okay, and the things goes on, the birth process goes on. So what happens now? Imagine there is father and mother. The mother has the mother ovary is not good, or the mother is not in condition of giving birth to a child. Some problem with her health. So what these two people can do? They can go and start the IVF. Okay, that means a third mother. Okay, a third mother, she can be brought, and in her body, this fertilized egg can be introduced in the other person's body. And this mother, for the next 6 months to 9 months, she will take care of the child because the child is inside her womb. Okay, now the food, everything, this mother will take it. Okay, and now what happens? The moment the child is born, the parent, okay, this father and mother will take the child and they will. Okay, so this is called as a process called as surrogacy. Now, what is happening now? Some women they are not really physically capable. Why? There are some reasons. For example, nowadays lifestyle has changed. Okay, so women want to take care of their career. Imagine she's busy with her lifestyle. Like she has to go to office. She's an entrepreneur. She wants to take care of the business. In this meantime, she cannot be as a child and take care of the child. It's very difficult process. Okay, so it's very hectic. At the moment a lady gets pregnant, okay, she will have vomit continuously. Every 20 minutes there will be vomit. There will be giddiness. After the child is born, there will be postpartum sickness. It's very difficult. So she has to sacrifice her personal life, one or the other, career or the personal thing. So there are some people who focus on career and they don't want to physically bear a child, but they want a child. So what they do, they approach the doctor. Okay, this is one. Some women, what they do, they do late marriage. They want to study, they want to achieve something. Okay, so unless and until their goal is achieved, they will not marry. So, like for example, actors and actresses. Okay, by the age of 40, I know they're being pregnant. So, what is the danger there? Okay, if the women are getting pregnant after after very like old age, the child is going to be born may not be in a very good health. Okay, and it becomes more hectic because the parents should take special care, the government should give special care on it. They should spend more money. Okay, like that. So in this case, what these guys will do? Okay, let us not waste time. We have to give. We have to go with the surrogacy kind of method. Okay, and most of the time, remember, imagine there is a husband and wife. Very important a social topic. This it can be useful in your SSP interview. There is husband and wife. If this husband and wife is not able to give birth to a child, if the husband and wife they got newly married and they are not able to give birth to a child, 90% who is responsible? It is the husband. Who is responsible? Husband. Okay, because maybe the husband, the sperms are not that, the sperm counts are not that much. Okay, now why I'm telling you so much? Okay, the lifestyle has changed. Nowadays, women are equally, like men. They are going in, they are smoking, they are drinking. So if you have this smoking, drinking, drugs habit, so the ovum produced by the mother will not be of a good health. Okay, they may not be having a good health. You are taking stress, they may not have a good health. Okay, now the men also. Men, it's like goes without saying. They have a habit of smoking like that. So if you do something for the sake of style, okay, you may struggle in future. So men, if you smoke more, okay, drink more, in future you may not have that much of sperm counts. Okay, and you may fail to bear a child. Okay, so these are the problems here. Okay, now next, there are some people like this. They think that if they get married or if they bear a child, their beauty may go. Their beauty may, their glowing skin may disappear. They may lose an opportunity in a movie. I want to act in Hollywood, but Hollywood demands a physique. Okay, so I will marry, but I will not have child. Okay, so we have a lot of people here. So whatever you see in, so do not take these people as your role models first of all. Okay, if they are doing good things, okay, take that good thing as a good gesture, but don't think that whatever they do that I'll do. Priyanka Chopra married a 10-year-old less guy, so I will also marry a person who is 10 years lesser than me. And what about the child? They didn't have a child till now, right? Okay, then we have another lady. She has. Okay, that I maybe no, I was not aware of it. Okay, then who is that? Malika Arora, right? Yeah, Malaika Arora. Malika भी है, right? तो Malaika, Malika सब एक ही जात के. Okay, so even that people, do not get carried away with those kind of thing. Okay, so that is one reason. And now today, what is this article all about? The Supreme Court says that imagine there is husband and wife. Hmm? Imagine husband and wife, they don't have child. They are not able to bear a child for some other reason. Okay, they don't have a child. Imagine the mother is husband is weak for some other reason. You can go for surrogacy. Surrogacy is permitted. You understand? That is it. But if they are capable, okay, it is up to them. If they are capable for the first child, they can go to the surrogacy. Now, in one case, in this case, what has happened? There is a husband and there is a wife. They already have a first child. They already have a first child, and now when they wanted a second child, that time their body did not cooperate. Understood? Their body did not cooperate. So what they did? They went to surrogacy. They had an idea of surrogacy. It is their family plan that okay, I will have two children. Hum do, hamare do. Okay, in China we have single child policy which was relaxed. Okay, in India we have one more policy called as Geo policy. Geo means what? Geo means it's not the Geo SIM card. There are some sections like Parsi is a kind of community. So the government had a scheme called as Geo Parsi. The Parsi people can have many children. Okay, so now if you think that it's an unlucky birth this time, I should be Parsi the next birth. Okay, so by the next birth, the government may change this. Okay, so remember, current affairs, Parsi scheme. Okay, Geo Parsi. Look at this. In India, we don't have any limit. Okay, we don't say the government does not put that single child or only two child. There is an awareness that hum do hamare do, it's enough. Okay, because more than two, what happens? It becomes a burden for the family and the country to feed for all these things. So now, this husband and wife, they had the first child. They wanted a second child. They could not bear it. We went to the surrogacy thing. But now the Supreme Court says that in this law we don't permit it. Okay, these are the things which are discussed here. Got it? Next. Okay, so there are some acts discussed here. Okay, now when there are also talking about the frozen embryos. Okay, people are doing like this also. Okay, things are completely changed. In village, it doesn't happen like this. In village, how the life is. Maybe many of you are from village. The moment you finish 10th, all eyes are on you. If you are girl, eyes are on you. Oh, only 2 years. In 2 years, she will get married. If you are boy, oh, only 2 years. After that, कंधों पे इसकी जवाबदारी है, responsibility on the shoulder, so he will start earning. He should start earning. So ये एक situation. Now, in village, the moment a child becomes 18 or 20, what runs in their mind? Marriage. Okay, fine. The moment you get married, all the relatives will come, they'll give blessing, and the blessing will be like, I'm expecting good news in 1 year. That You are giving, they are giving, the society has already given you a target. Within 1 year, if you don't have a child, if you don't have a child, man cannot walk on the street. ओके सब गांव में ऐसे बात करते रहेंगे अरे यार इसको क्या कुछ तो गड़बड़ है आदमी में कुछ तो गड़बड़ है आदमी को प्रॉब्लम है अभी आदमी ऑलरेडी टेंशन में हो जाएगा right okay ये है situations the society pressure okay now suppose you know there are some bad incident also that suppose in village is not I told you percent of that are in both men not a peer no be a child like that so in village what happens if they don't have a child the blame goes on the woman okay they think that because of this lady the family has spoiled so we have to kill this girl or we have to do some process. So now they will start with superstitious activity on a new moon day. Okay, they will start doing that. Okay, we have to take the earthen pot which is full of fire and go around the village, something like that. You understand all the things. So these are all the society problem. I'll tell you one person. His name is he's from Tamil Nadu. Okay, he is a poet. He wrote one of the novel. His name is Perumal Murugan. I'll show his image. Perumal Murugan. He wrote story in his novel. He wrote in Tamil. So he wrote a story like there is a husband and wife. They don't have a child. Okay. So these people they tried a lot. And in village science was not developed, so there was a fair. Okay. I'm talking about fair. Fair matlab mela. What is that? Like Yatra Vesya. Okay. So this is one fair and this is one fair. The pronunciation is same. Yeah, please come in. Okay, this is one fare, this is one fare. This is called as bus fare. What is that? Bus fare, bus ticket. And this is called fare. What happened? Where? Kept it. Just go and check fare now. Okay, so this is nothing but the Mela. Mela means Jatra. Right? Do you understand? So look at and another fare is fair and handsome. Okay, color acha hai, fair. Okay, so and one more fair that is if I give you punishment, sir, this is not fair. Okay, so which fare I'm talking about? This fare. If I'm talking about bus ticket, train fare, air fare, that means this ticket, FARE. Got it? Look at this now. Perumal Murugan is writing a story. In that, he's telling that a husband and wife they didn't have a child, so they planned that we will go to a fair. And the husband called his friend, and this they decided that this friend and wife will go, and this friend will give a child to this, and this will be a secret, and they will nobody will know. And husband and wife will get the child. Okay, nobody will know. This is the story, and it was a story. The book was published. But what happened when the book came into the market? There was husband and wife belong to a community. They belong to a certain caste that was mentioned by the author by some colloquial word. But in Tamil Nadu, this caste they took it very seriously and they started burning the books. They told that how dare you mention our caste? That means you say our caste members are like that. Okay, so it became a big problem. Okay, the books were he was boycotted like that. So Perumal Murugan, a poet, he decided, okay, I will stop writing books. So he wrote a tweet that from today the poet is been dead. So he's not writing his book. That few books. There is then after that there were some books which was written in Tamil. It was there all over the world. So a person from England there are some people in England, they started translating this book from Tamil to English. And what happened within few years, the translated book became a world hit and that got the Booker Prize. Books, the translated books got the Booker Prize. So look at how Indians are. Okay, Indian, we don't have patience or we don't digest the facts. Okay, I'm not telling that this was a fact. Okay, it was a novel, it was a fictional story. But so we don't it's a fictional things. We take it to the heart. Yeah, this is true. You understand? So these are some things. No, we should remember. Yes. Okay. Next, there these articles are there. Not that much important food and all those things. Okay. UBI. You have UBI. What is this UBI? Universal Basic Income. Okay. Then I'll just run over some of these sections here. What is GPS? Global Position System, Bihar elections, Okay. So we have the former Chief Justice of India. We have state news. Okay, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. Okay, Southern news. Okay, fine. That's it. This is how you are going to read the current affairs. Okay, done. Fine. So now let us go with the subject. Yesterday, what was the subject?